And good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us this Monday morning for Up to the Minute. I am Brittany Pacheco, filling in for Todd Duplantis, who is off this week because he's moving. Remember that wall that he talked about last week? Anyway, we're going to move on to my co-host for this morning, Miss Raquel Sims from our Stafford METV station. Raquel, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing? I'm feeling very fallish with the weather going on. So I hope you had a great weekend and thank you for having me here.
Of course, it's always great to see you. You're looking as lovely as ever.
Mhm.
And Raquel, if you can help me out with telling everyone about our social media here on Up to the Minute.
Yes, please, if everyone could share this up to the minute video so that it can reach everyone and follow us on our social media platforms at We Are HCCS. And I want to make for sure I got it correct and make sure that y'all share and like this video so that y'all can keep up to date with everything that's going on.
All right. Yes. Like she said, be sure to follow us Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, as well as our LinkedIn. Don't forget about our YouTube channel where you can subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can find videos such as the past Up to the Minutes and many, many others produced by our very own HCCTV. All right. We have two very special guests that are joining us this morning for Up to the Minute. I am very, very excited to welcome a former HCC student success story by the name of Raushana Mukhametzhamova. Roshana, if you can unmute your mic. Oh, you already did. Good morning and welcome to Up to the Minute.
Hello.
All right, Ms. Roshana, we are going to get to you shortly, but first, I'm also going to welcome George Davis, who is our program director for the Continuing Education Construction Trades. So, George, good morning.
Good morning, Brittany.
It's great to have you with us. So, as I said, you are part of the Continuing Education Construction Trades. So, tell us about the programs offered under construction trades.
Sure. Let me first tell you that construction trades, we're basically the continuing education arm to the architectural design and construction COE under Central College. So we have several robust programs within construction trades, including HVAC, air conditioning, electrical, which is residential wiring, plumbing. We do have residential construction, AutoCAD, and we just added a stationary engineering program to our inventory as well.
All right. Well, one thing I will say about these programs is that they're always going to be needed. I can
Yes.
say that confidently because most recently my parents had a plumbing issue and, that's something that they can't, do on their own.
Right.
And it required having to dig up the lines and replace the pipes and all that good
Yes,
stuff.
absolutely.
So I think you could, attest to this, that this is something construction trades, AC, carpentry, electricity, plumbing, they're always going to be in demand.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have a pathway partnership with different employers throughout the city and within the industry. And I do agree with you. We had a conversation with several of our employers. They're working on a succession plan. The industry is aging. And so they're looking for new interest within the industry. So one of the goals and the objectives of construction trades is basically to add to the industry and to actually provide with their succession plan. So yes, there's a great demand in plumbing, in electrical, residential wiring, and also HVAC. So yes, I do agree with that.
So that would definitely be one of the benefits of taking the HCC construction trade classes. But what are some other benefits that you all offer?
So some of the benefits is our programs are very, very affordable. You cannot compete with our costs compared to some of the other training institutions within the district or within the city. Most of our programs are lab-based, so you're getting hands-on experience within our training. Thirdly, we offer several funding options within our programming. WIA with Workforce Solutions, in addition to the Career for You Academy. So these are some of the benefits. We do offer these programs at different sites throughout the district. So weekend, weeknights, evening classes are also available.
And I really appreciate the flexibility that you all offer, because some students might be current employees, but want to refine their skills or do something, more so. And so having those evening classes offered is a huge benefit, of course.
Yes.
One other big question that students have about just entering college in general is financial aid. And do you all offer financial aid?
We do. So as I mentioned before, there are a lot of different funding options. And for our programs, just like the TPAG, well, it's the Texas Public Education Grant, which is the FAFSA application, that's equivalent to Pell Grant. So yeah, that's one funding option. We also work with our internal partners with the adult education. They have a Career for You Academy, and the construction management program is listed. So 3 of these programs are funded by Career for You Academy. Again, WIOA, I used to be one of the former directors there. So we basically try to facilitate those interests who are unemployed or underemployed. So a student can find funding even through WIOA at the Workforce Solutions. And our foundation, they've been very helpful in funding a lot of these programs. So funding is really not an option. We're just looking for people to come in and take these courses because one of the things that our staff will do is to assist in finding one of these funding options for you. So in answer to your question, yes, aid is available for these students in these programs.
Absolutely. That's incredible. I mean, to not have to worry about finances, of course, and just, hey, I just want to get into the classes. Let's make that happen.
Absolutely.
Again, these areas are always going to be in demand. George, where and what campuses are construction trade classes offered? You mentioned Central Campus, but what other locations?
Right. So construction trades before the transformation and still today, we service the entire district. So we have campuses or classes at every 5 of the colleges within the HCC district. So we offer them at Central, the South Campus, Stafford, Alief-Bissonnette, North Forest, Southeast, Grays Oaks. So one of the benefits is of having a plethora of sites is a student can go to any of these locations to take classes. So that's one of the benefits. We have state-of-the-art labs at each of these sites. So we service the entire district.
That's fantastic. I mean, Houston, of course, is a large city, and
Yes.
we have, I think, 20, 25 plus campuses across the city. So to offer construction trade virtually everywhere is an amazing benefit for our students.
Absolutely.
And if students are interested, or we have potential students, who want to enroll, how do they find out about more information?
So if you go to our website, if you go to the main website, you'll see a continuing education link, and they can click on continuing education and click on any of the programs that they have interest in. But we also made it easy for students who are interested. There's just one number, and that's our construction trade numbers. And I'm sure at the end of the show, you guys can post that, but that's through our construction trade site. And the number is 713-718-8932. Again, 713-718-8932. Or they can also email me directly. I'm pretty hands-on with those that may have interest to pass on a dispatch to my staff. They can also email me at george.davis@hccs.edu. Again, that's george.davis@hccs.edu.
And we'll be sure to leave that number and email address in the post after this show. George, before we sign off with you, I do want to ask, because Todd usually likes to ask all of our program directors, with the shift from in-person classes to online due to COVID, what would the construction trade classes look like for upcoming spring?
Yeah, so in the fall, we had some challenges because most of our instructors are tactile teachers and students are learners, so they like to touch and feel. So with the new Canvas platform and switching over to have to teach online, we schedule classes as if we're going back on campus. But with social distancing and with the pandemic and everything, we're limiting our class size to 9 students per class. And so we have these hybrid type situations, but at each of our locations, we are scheduled to go back on campus within the spring.
Perfect. And it would be in the best interest of all of our students, construction trade program or not, to register early, as class sizes, especially for hybrid and lab-based courses, are going to be much, much smaller. So registration is open for spring 2021 by I encourage you, everyone, to go to hccs.edu/now to register. George Davis from our Continuing Education Construction Trade Program, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
All right, you have a great day, sir.
You too, thank you.
And moving on to Roshana, we are very excited to have you join us because, as I said, you are a former student success story here at HCC, but you are currently a self-employed tax professional. That's very exciting.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me for this interview.
We're so happy to have you here and thank you for joining us. So, Roshana, you are originally from Kazakhstan. What else can you tell us about yourself that led you to coming to Houston Community College?
Yeah, once again, my name is Roshana. I'm mom of 3 kids. I came from Kazakhstan. When we came to Houston, USA, during for Hurricane Harvey time, I had a limited English skills. And I heard about HCC in our neighborhood's library, and I decided to take some ESL English classes. Later, I enrolled in a HCC unique program, Change Your Life for $20.
That is incredible. So you said that you're a mom of 3. You came to this country with very limited English, but the fact that you heard about HCC and our Change Your Life for $20 program, you were able to take some English as a second language classes. Now, can you tell us about how that program was for you?
Yeah, it's a great grant-supported adult education program. Through this program, I was able to obtain my certificate Payroll and Tax Accounting certification, and able to find a job. I think this program really changed my life, and also I invited my friends from my community and my classmates from English classes, and now they have a job, and now they are certified tax assistant, certified teacher assistant, and tax preparer. Thank you for this program.
Oh, that is incredible. So through your example, you were able to encourage your friends to obtain their certifications, and now they have their jobs. So before we began the show, Roshana, I talked about how I personally wouldn't have chosen to become a tax professional. However, you chose the Payroll and Tax Accounting program, and why did you choose that program specifically?
I chose this program because I already had experience in the financial industry, and I really enjoy to work with the numbers and people.
That's fantastic. Numbers and I personally do not get along. That is why I was an art major. But that's great that it works for you, and the fact that you already had an understanding background in finances, and you pursued that passion coming over here to HCC. So aside from that program, what other activities have you participated in during your time here at HCC?
Yeah, as an active student, I participated in additional extra activities such as entrepreneurship club. I was glad to share my experience as an owner of a small business in my country. And my advice for HCC student is to take advantages of these tremendous opportunities of this HCC students' active life.
Yeah, and the if I'm not mistaken, the Southeast College Entrepreneurship Program, what was that like working with them?
It was an amazing experience with a perfect team, with my manager, Brenda Rios. We organized some workshops, and we helped organize event in our neighborhood's community elementary school. It was outstanding experience for me to be a part of HCC culture.
That's fantastic. I mean, not only do we encourage our students to obtain their associates or certifications, but to also just be involved with student life and other activities.
Absolutely.
And you are a testament to that. And I understand that you were also student of the month. Now, was that through the entrepreneurship program, or was that with another program?
I think it's like a combine my achievement in grades. I have good grades, A. It was not easy for me. And also, I was an active student. I participated in a club, and I was a treasurer in my club as a member. So I was, of course, it was such an honor for me. I was grateful for these awards, and I felt encouraged by this.
That is fantastic. And congratulations on all of that, because hard work certainly does pay off. And that hard work was also reflected through our Board of Trustees meeting, where you were highlighted and invited to be a student success story. So how did you feel when you were invited to attend that meeting?
I was, first of all, it was a surprise for my family, because, I am a mom. My kids are teenagers, and they sometimes criticize my English, but these awards was so memorable for me, for my family. It's an amazing day. Thank you for these awards.
That is fantastic. And I'm sure your children are very proud of you regardless. What could you say is the biggest challenge that you have overcome?
I think, of course, it's a language barrier, because, I'm good in math and numbers. But English, I'm doing my best to improve my English skills, my pronunciation, and these English classes and my job experience helped me to improve English.
Well, let me tell you, your English and pronunciation are very, very, very good. You should be very proud of yourself.
Thank you. I will show this video to my kids. Thank you for your recognition.
You are doing great. And let's move on to where you currently work. Where do you work, and how long have you been there?
As I mentioned before, when I graduated my Payroll and Tax Accounting certification program, I was able to land job offer very soon in one of the nation's tax company. I successfully completed my first season as a first-year tax professional. I had good feedback from clients and had achievement recognition from company. Now I'm working toward advice licensing.
Okay, that's great. A lot, you just keep on going. Obviously, you got your start here at HCC, and you're just going to keep on going. And because you're an international student, Roshana, I want to ask you, what advice would you give to other international students thinking about coming to HCC?
My advice for all HCC students, also for all maybe immigrant in age like me, I'm mom of 3 kids. I think it's never too late to learn something new and be open for a new career pathway in a new country for you.
That is fantastic.
Yeah. Be active and be open for new opportunities. This is my advice.
I couldn't agree more. Raushana Mukhametzhamova, thank you so much for joining us this morning on Up to the Minute. We're all very proud of your success at HCC and beyond.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much again. Have a great, great day.
You too. Thank you.
Moving on to our events and announcements, I'm going to be joined once again by the lovely Raquel Sims from our Stafford METV station. Raquel, tell us what's going on at Stafford.
Thank you, beautiful Brittany. And before we move on, I'm just truly inspired by Raushana's story, because just like you, I'm not a fan of numbers. The only numbers I can deal with is maybe counting money a little bit. But other than that, that's exactly why I majored in mass communications. Okay. Oh man, but thank you again for having me. What's going on out here in Stafford? Man, if you like pizza, because I like pizza, Stafford really just had a great time. They celebrated their spirit night in a virtual kind of way where they, instead of having the students draw on their pizza boxes and stuff like that, they, anybody who called in and ordered pizza, certain proceeds went back to the school. So they had their spirit night at Marco's Pizza. It was super cool. And then also the George Ranch Historical Park provided some updates about them opening up for learning experiences and kind of getting back into the flow of what they've been doing, but just really first opening back up to certain schools to kind of set their field trips up there first to kind of get back to what. Have you ever been to the George Ranch Park, Brittany?
No, I have not. I know of it. It's just a little out of the way where I live.
It is in no man's land, but whenever you have time, we should go there and like just spend a day there because you'll be like, oh my goodness, like I had no idea it was what it was until I went. So maybe we can set that up in the future. With
Hey, sounds like a plan to me, post COVID, just saying.
exactly right. And another thing, Fernando had a chance to feature this nonprofit organization called Soul Loved, and it's SOLE, like the sole of a shoe. And I was so touched by it because it was an organization that provided shoes for kids, and if they saw any just any need of a children needed some shoes, they would step in and provide shoe drives and stuff like that. So that really just touched my heart to see what they're doing in the midst of this time, because some people are less fortunate, so in order to be able to step in and fill that gap was just so loved. I like think about it from like the soul, so that was pretty cute. And then next week, well, actually, this week, we're going to be highlighting and touching bases with the HCC Men of Honor to see what they've been doing, and how they've been kind of handling things from a virtual standpoint with COVID going on and stuff like that. So that's going on our end. If you aren't doing so already, please follow us on social media on our Facebook page at HCC Stafford TV Studio, and our YouTube at HCC Stafford TV Studio, and our Twitter at HCCSW Stafford. I was like trying to remember, like separate those from earlier because I almost said all of those. And I was trying to we are HCC. So thank you, Brittany, for having me on today.
Hey, you rocked it, Raquel. Hey, that's some great stuff that's going on at Stafford. The Soul Loved, I absolutely love that effort and mission too, just because it's such a basic need to have shoes. Period. Doesn't matter, what age you are, who you are. It's such a basic need that everyone needs to have access to. So I love that initiative that Soul Loved is putting out there.
Yes, same here. It really just touched my heart.
Yes, that's beautiful. Raquel, I'm going to ask you to stick on and help me share the news and announcements that's going on around our district here. First, we're going to start off with our virtual student exhibition on Instagram. Now, we've talked about this before, and though HCC's art galleries are closed, that doesn't stop our students actually from showcasing their creations. So Instagram, because, what's this day and age without Instagram, is our gallery wall for our non-juried exhibition that features studio classes from all 6 colleges. Now, this is going on now all the way through January 16th, 2021. You can visit this Instagram with the handle at HCC_visual_arts. I'm going to be sure to put that in the post after this show. You can also email catherine.fields@hccs.edu. Raquel, Rec Sports, they're killing it.
They are killing it with all of the classes. And as you know, we have finals coming up, and when it comes to finals, I am just like bummed out and stressed out. And so what they are doing, they are having a de-stress week, which I think is so cool. And I think it's important to go ahead and do that before any test. So join the Rec Sports for free meditation classes during finals week. I mean, hey, come on. That's just icing on the cake. Check them out on Instagram and Facebook at HCC Athletics. It's HCC Athletics for testing and relaxing tips, which is cool because I didn't have that when I was in college. Okay. And I was struggling.
We all were.
And And they're also asking you to tell them what you thought about this semester's activities, which is very key, and what you want to see this spring with them. So, do the recsports survey, and it's going on from now all the way through December 18th. So make sure you put your input so that way they can make some adjustments or, continue on with the classes that they've been having. I just love HCC and student activities because they care about the students. It's a true student organization. They want to hear from you all. So make sure you fill that out and check your emails to register and their email is hcc.edu/recsports. That's not their email. That's actually the website tag. Okay.
You're good. You're good. It's all right. Not a problem. Not a problem. You're good. Definitely. The best way to get in contact with them, though, is through Instagram and Facebook with that handle HCCS Athletics. So moving on to our virtual open house sessions, they have been extended. Now, this is an opportunity to connect HCC to connect with new students, parents, and school counselors. And once again, those sessions have been extended all the way to January. You can check out the site for help with admissions applications, financial aid, orientation, which is mandatory, as well as advising. You can go to hccs.edu/information-sessions to check out the next session that is available. Raquel, let's tell them about financial aid appointments, because that is crucial.
Very, very, very crucial. They are doing in-person financial aid appointments. The financial aid office is accepting in-person appointments, no walk-ins. Make sure you make your appointment so that way you can get in and get out. And you can go online to book your appointment at hccs.edu/financial aid, FINAID contact, and I'm pretty sure they'll put the link down below. But make sure you make your appointment because that's a crucial matter, just like Brittany just mentioned. So make sure you make your appointment.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to show up and then potentially be turned away. However, I know that our staff will do everything to try and accommodate. But one other thing I think is very important is our Academic Success Center that has tutors. Now, you can meet these tutors virtually through Microsoft Teams, thanks to, once again, our HCC Academic Success Center. They will help you with your coursework, understanding your assignments, and improving your study skills, because let's face it, that is the way to be a successful student, not just at HCC, but if you move on to a four-year institution, or if you're someone like me who decided to go back to school during the pandemic, man, you are going to benefit greatly from this. We'll put that link in this post after the show, so stay tuned for that. We also have our continuing ed classes. I'm going to quickly run through this. We're offering pretty much everything. We've just heard from George Davis from the construction trades, but continuing education also has classes from accounting all the way to welding. And that, once again, is through our HCC School of Continuing Education. They've launched classes starting weekly and monthly. So it's a great time for you all out there who are interested in enhancing your skills to check us out. You can check out those schedules by going to hccs.edu/CE. Raquel, let's talk to them about our safe learning options for upcoming spring 2021.
Yes, spring registration is now underway, so we have a plan that is safe and flexible for our students. Our next learning options are option 1, online anytime. As it sounds, take classes online at any time. It'll be the traditional online classes, and you never ever come to campus, which is a good option. And then you have option 2, which is online on a schedule. Take classes online at a scheduled time, which is very, very, very key. And I love that. You never come to campus, but log in at a specific time, a specified time that you select. And option 3 is the flex campus. Sign up for in-person classes, which is always very key to get that in-person interaction. You choose to come to campus or participate online at a set time. But however, the number of students in the classroom will change as social distancing requirements are adjusted. So make sure you're paying attention, and so do the early sign up is very essential. So please, if you want to choose option 3, go ahead and get in line and sign up so that way you do not miss this opportunity. And the last option is lab-based courses. Critical hands-on skills-based learning will continue to be offered, but section sizes smaller to allow for social distancing. So make sure you do your best to sign up early as well as you can, so that way you can secure your spot. Regardless of your options, all students have the same support of tutoring, student life, career, and counseling services. So make sure you are involved in each and every one of those because they're very helpful. Registration is open. Lock your classes in now at hccs.edu/now. Okay, /now.
Emphasis on now.
Mhm.
All right. So tomorrow we're going to be joined by hospitality. That is our focus when Program Director Clemens Aberbach and Jermaine Washington of the Consumer Arts and Sciences Center of Excellence join us. And they're going to go over the program, including certificates and degrees, as well as employment opportunities for our students upon graduation. Raquel Sims, thank you so much for joining me this morning and helping me out with our events and announcements and telling us what's going on at Stafford.
Thank you for having me. It's always a great time being on here with you. Thank you.
All right. And to everyone joining us for Up to the Minute, we appreciate you being here. Don't forget to follow us on social media, share this post, and join us tomorrow at 10 a.m. for Up to the Minute.